Hello everyone, my name is Okafor Chisomere Cynthia. I'm in the Department of Accounting at Maduka University. Today I'll be talking about the summary of a book, A Leader Who Had No Title by Robin Sharman. This book is a motivational book to inspire individuals who think that they can't lead without a title. That you mustn't have a title to lead in society. The introductory part of the book is talking about the concept of leadership without titles. Sherman emphasizes that true leadership is not limited to those who are with formal authority. He argues that anyone can lead regardless of their position or title. The book also explores the principles and practicals of leadership that can be applied by anyone and anywhere. This book shows you how to claim the strategy power and transform your life and the world around you. Now we go over to the chapter 1. Leadership and success are your birthrights. Here, Blake Davis, being the protagonist in this book, was born in Malawi but lived in New York earlier all his life. He mentioned food, good conversation as his favorite sports and great book as one of his life's great pleasures. The death of his parents took a huge toll on him. He lost his confidence, he had no focus. In his early 20s, he drifted from one job to another. He finally decided to enlist in the army and was shipped up into war in Iraq. The experiences he had during the war were traumatizing, and in no time he flew back home and was thanked for his services. He found it hard to fit in the society, resulting to sleepless nights. One of his best gifts his parents gave to him was the love of learning, especially through books. He began to work at a bookshop in Soho. He was constantly reprimanded by his manager, his colleagues, and at his workplace, despite him due to his poor work ethics, but customers seemed to like him. One day, a miracle of sorts showed up in his life. A most curious stranger, visited him at the bookstore. He described the lesson he learned as a means of exposing him to a whole new way of working and being. Now we move over to chapter 2, Meeting with a Leadership Mentor. It was another Monday morning at work. Blake was quietly sipping a cup of coffee. He felt a tap on his shoulder. He described the man as a erratic looking person with his clothes looking as a complete mess. The person introduced himself as Tommy Flynn, a 77-year-old man who wants to teach Blake a transforming philosophy of leadership in business and success in life. Tommy revealed 4 principles of leadership. Firstly, we need no title to be leaders. Secondly, hard times build great leaders. Thirdly, build trust and connection is important. And lastly, we need to build and work on ourselves before we can be great leaders. Blake made a promise to Tommy to share the ideas and mentioned that he will learn from the 4 teachers with many others as possible. Learning the mystery philosophy did change Blake's life. The mysterious philosophy changed his perspective about life, and he saw life as worth living. Now we move over to chapter 3, The Sad Cost of Mediocrity and the Spectacular Rewards of Leadership Mastery. Tommy requested for a single day for Blake to meet the 4 teachers who shared the 4 lessons that lie at the heart of LWT philosophy. Blake left New York on a Saturday morning to meet up with Tommy at the Rosemont Cemetery. Tommy drove a black Porsche 911 with a personalized license plate stated simply. On arrival, Blake saw two freshly dug graves. At the bottom of the first grave sat a slate tablet inscribed "The 10 Human Regrets." After reading the contents, Blake vowed that he would instantly transform the way he lived. Tommy revealed that he wrote the 10 human regrets. Blake dug up the second grave, which revealed the 10 human victories. Blake came to understand that if he continued living the way he used to live of a daily neglect, seeing life as not worth living, he would be wasted and would have ended up in first grave. But if he stands for leadership, excels, and the lead without a title, he would enjoy the rewards of the second grave. Blake knew the choice he had to make. Chapter 4: The First Leadership Conversation. You need no title to be a leader. Tommy and Blake met up with his first teacher of the LWT philosophy, Anna, a house help from Argentina. Anna revealed to Blake that she lost her parents in a car accident in a resort town. Anna introduced the 5 practical rules of leadership image. She disclosed that these 5 letters stand for the inclusive algorithm of leadership. I stands for innovation, M stands for mastery, A stands for authenticity, G stands for guts, and E stands for ethics. Anna reminded Blake of his greatness and revealed to him that he would do great things in his career and his life. Now we move over to chapter 5, the second leadership conversation. Turbulent times build a great leader. Tommy and Blake parked in a Tribeca area of New York of the next meeting. The name of the second teacher was Ty Bond, a store owner of the Thai Saloon ski shop. Ty was a 5-star world slalom skiing champion who gave up competing skiing in his early 30s after he shattered his knee at an event. Ty introduced the 5 practical rules of leadership, SPARK, which stand for: S stands for speak with candor, P stands for prioritize, A stands for adversity breeds for opportunity, R stands for response versus react when turbulent times hit, and K stands for kudos to everyone. Being a leader without a title means being a source of inspiration and fulfillment to people. Now we move over to chapter 6, the third leadership conversation. The deeper your relationship, the stronger your leadership. Tommy and Blake drove up to New York Public Library to meet up with the next teacher. Tommy introduced Blake's next teacher as one of the CEOs of a multi-billionaire technology outfit, Jackson Chan, a man somewhere in his 60s. Jackson relieved his own acronym as HUMAN. H stands for helpfulness, U stands for understanding, M stands for mingle, A stands for amuse, and N for nurture. Jackson disclosed the importance of connection and engaging everyone in a business together. How every team meets actions count. Now we move over to chapter 7, the fourth leadership conversation. To be a great leader, first become a great person. Tommy and Blake arrived at the meat packing district for Blake's meeting with his final teacher. The final teacher's name was Jet Brisley, a very famous massage therapist in all of New York City. Jet introduced his acronym as SHINE. S stands for See Clearly, H stands for Health is Wealth, I stands for Inspiration Matters, N stands for Neglect Not Your Family, and E stands for Elevate Your Lifestyle. Just bites loses in the need to do something every day to improve your lifestyle. When we are able to improve each day, we can enrich our lives for our teammates, customers, and our loved ones. Now we move over to the conclusion of the book Who Had No Title. Blake completed his AWT philosophy, learning about the unfortunate death of Tommy due to cancer. Blake didn't see this coming. He wanted Tommy around while he starts spreading AWT philosophy to people. Blake learned that Tommy grew up poor. Also, that Tommy married his childhood sweetheart, who passed away a few years earlier as a result of cancer, too. Tommy was laid to rest, and all the teachers were present. They revealed to Blake how Tommy greatly admired him. They handed Blake a package. Tommy wrote to him a letter. In that package, Blake saw a letter and keys to Tommy's Porsche. Blake made a promise to spread the AWT philosophy to many people as possible. Thank you all for listening.